Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Just Another Car Show. My name is Ben, and we've been putting our blood, sweat, and tears into my Miata for 4 years. And it's finally finished.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Last time you saw it, we were putting all the panels, the hood, the fenders, the bumpers, the headlights, putting it on the front of the car to reconstruct this Miata. One of the biggest problems we actually had with the car is once we cut out all that extra subframe from the front of the car that had gotten mangled and torn up by a BMW, we had no way to latch a hood down. And so we had to come up with a way to latch our new junkyard hood down into the car. We decided to go about doing that by installing hood latches that would attach to our custom bash bar and then latch through the hood. No race car is a real race car without a hood latch. So
we destroyed yours.
There is no hood latch anymore. Look, like the hood latch used to be right here with the subframe, and we don't have one of those anymore. This is our solution. We're gonna bolt these rods to the bash bar and then put these latches in the hood. Thanks for watching as always. You'll see us get it done.
Basically, me and Ben already marked all of our holes where we're going to drill on top of the bash bar. So as we were about to drill this, we realized that we have a tap kit and we have the exact tap those things are. So instead of drilling all the way through this, we're actually just going to drill through the top layer and try to tap it and see how that goes.
Yo! So we might not have to drill through the whole bar and make this a whole mess. The trickier piece was getting the plastic clips onto the hood. Now, if they went on a flat surface and just dropped right down under the pin, it'd be a perfect, happy, everybody's having a good time world. Unfortunately, no piece that you just order offline for your car is gonna fit perfectly. So we actually had to cut out some of the inside of the hood. So we had a flat surface to mount these hood latches to. And then lo and behold, our second issue popped up. The latch was not landing on the pin. So we had to get a little MacGyver. Had to get the Dremel tool out and cut through some of the plastic latch so that once the hood came down, it would have an opening for the pin to slide through and then could latch from there. So once we got the hood latches on, then it was the issue of lining all these body panels up. Remember, this car now has pieces of cars from 4 different Miatas, all right? And no car perfectly aligns with any other car other than the car it left the factory on. So me and Sam took a few days. We got all these 4 different Miatas lined up into one Miata, and then we were ready to prep for paint. You might remember if you watched some of our old videos, we ran an experiment painting our RX-7 in our meth booth that we built in the backyard. Looked absolutely insane. The neighbors were calling people. It looked maddening back there. But we painted an RX-7 in our backyard with $150 paint. What we do know is that Sam and I are not good enough painters to paint a car that we've been working on for 4 years. The paint from the RX-7 was just not going to be good enough for what we wanted this Miata to look like. So, unfortunately, we came to terms with our pride, we humbled ourselves, and we called our good friends at Maaco. So we actually worked with Maaco before. If you guys watched even older videos than the RX-7, which you should go back and check out, we painted Sam's Ranchero like slate forward gray. It looked really clean because Sam and I had painted all his accent pieces black. The car looked really great. We were honestly really impressed with Maaco's work that they did on the Ranchero. So because Sam's Ranchero came out so well and our RX-7 came out not so well, we were ready to prep the car to get it to Maaco. So we spent, again, if you guys haven't seen the old Miata videos, you already know how much sanding and prep we did. We did even more sanding and prep. There was this one portion of the bumper that was giving me tons of problems, but that's what happens when you buy a $50 bumper. So I had several days of Bondo sand, Bondo sand, Bondo sand on just the bumper. There were a few other spots on the cars. There was a spot on the door, some of the spots on the new fenders that were just not right. There was a lot of paint prep just to get it to Maaco. So then one fateful morning, my good friend Isaac decided to pick me up from Simi Valley, Maaco, and I left the Miata in their caring hands.
A few moments later.
All right, so we just got to Maaco. Sam just looked out of the corner of his eye and he goes, "Your Miata's right there." So we left it with our boy Jared like 1 or 2 weeks ago. They had to do a little bit more Bondo and primer than we thought, but it's all good. It was still pretty cheap because it's single stage. So we're here at Maaco today. We're gonna get this Miata. It's been like 4 years in the making. Let's go. So this is the color we went with, 5801. I was deciding between these two. Okay, here it comes. It looks crazy.
The car actually just pulled
in. The
in.
Patrick tooth just got sprayed as part of it too.
Oh, it did?
Dude, this
That,
looks
of course it
so,
did.
this looks so minty. It's a little girl car, but
Do you want to go walk out?
I mean,
What do you think?
it's minty, bro. It's really minty.
Color's sick though.
You like it?
Yeah. I think it's dope.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
That's so cool.
That looks really good. All right. I mean, Sam, do you want to give it like a walk around?
Yeah, let me give you a walk around with you. So overall, what do you think?
Okay, so overall right now, I think, well, damn.
It's beautiful.
It's
Looks good.
crazy.
I think it looks good.
Sam at one point said, I showed him the color and he said, why? And I understand it's a little Miata, but now this is an appropriate color for a little, like this is the right, like a little Miata should be this color. Honestly, I think it looks great. It's crazy that this took 4 years. Our guy Jared here has been helping us out. He's been great this whole time. So he's actually gonna keep the car here. We saw those few spots that we didn't love. He's gonna fix those 3 or 4 spots. We're gonna come back, pick it up next week. So we'll catch you guys when we pick it up next week. And then we'll be putting the over fenders on it. So there's still definitely things to do, but this is a huge step, huge step. And this looks crazy. So after a week of leaving the car with Maaco to fix those tiny little nitpicks we had, we finally got to go back and pick up the full painted Miata. So once Sam and I brought the car back from Maaco, we decided to put the stock wheels back on the car so that we could prep the new wheels for paint. All right guys, happy Sunday. It's a new day, so we're out here. We got a few different parts because we're gonna mount all these wide body pieces onto the Miata now. Paint's on the way for the wheels, so we'll be painting the wheels. But today we have all this rubber tubing that we're gonna get and create seals for the over fenders. We also got some new washers and bolts. The last bolts we had, they're kind of short, and we think with a washer and rubber, we might need a longer bolt. So we got longer bolts, rubber tube, and washers. Put these over fenders on, get the bash bar off, and get these wheels prepped for paint. That's the goal for today. Guys, right now you can see Sam with this long rubber tube. That's enough to cover one of the over fenders. So right now he's taking a razor and he's going really slowly down the whole piece of rubber so we can split the rubber in half and then use it to wrap around the edge of the over fender. Putting the wide body kit on is no simple task. There's a little bit of finesse in everything you do with cars, and especially when you're installing an extra body piece. There's a little bit of finesse with some self-tappers, some nut certs. There might even be a zip tie here or there, but hey, race car, nobody's judging. But at the end of it all, we decided to put the non-stock wheels back on the car because we wanted to see how well those spacers really fit that we had purchased. So once we got those new wheels on, we had the spacers on, we pulled it out of our little shop, we saw it in the driveway, got to get the whole scope of the car. Honestly, it looked incredible.
The wheels are dirty.
Oh my God. I gotta stand further back. Oh my God.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. I don't think we have to paint the wheels white. This looks like if someone was really into the color mint. Obviously, I've just looked at the car for 30 seconds right now for the first time ever, it being done. A few months back, maybe 6 months back, it's out here with junkyard fenders and crap all over it. Now it's painted and all put together. And I gotta say, I just think, originally I was gonna do white wheels with orange trim, but they're black wheels now with orange trim, and the black rubber edging and the black bolts and the black soft top. For now, let's just leave it black. The white wheels are gonna be way too loud. Yeah, it's done.
It looks really cool. It looks dope.
Wait, how long did this take? Roughly September
Of 2020?
of 2020. It's June of 2024. So 3 years and 9 months.
There was a crash.
Bam!
There was a crash in there somewhere.
Yeah, it probably took like 2 years longer than it should have. Shout out to that BMW and my poor judgment. This is absolutely crazy. This is so cool, so crazy. Definitely need to line up those headlights a little bit more. Dude, this looks like a car that's like, this looks like a Need for Speed car now. Like,
does.
This looks crazy. Wow. Well, shout out to Sam as always. Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to whoever has helped on this car. Because at this point, all the things we'll be doing to it are just little nitty gritty, changing these little engine things, doing suspension thing here. Basically, if you see us out in this car now in Los Angeles, stop, say hey. We like when people say hey. Make sure to pick up shirts. We love them. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Thank you guys so much for supporting on this ridiculous journey. And on to the next car, I guess. Sheesh. We'll still be doing a few things with this.
Car's a little fruity.
Mine or his?
Both.